Vergil, Prima Ecloga, Episode 19. Meliboeus, Atnos hinc alii sitientis ibimus afros, par scythi et rapidum Cretae veni emus o axen, et penetus toto divisos orbe Britannos, en quam patrios longo post tempora finis, pau peris et tuguri congestum caespite culmen, post aliquot mea regna videns mirdrabor aristas. Now Meliboeus responds, but, he says, this particle ot here is a synonym of sed, but it is a weaker version of sed. The adversation is not quite as strong. But we, nos, from here, hinc, hence is the English archaic word which captures it, but we must from here go, ibimus. Some of us, alii, this is the masculine plural nominative, and it is restating nos, some to the thirsting Africans, sitientis afros. Sitientis is a participle, sitio sitire, and this form with the long I is the equivalent in prose of ace. It is thus masculine plural and accusative, modifying afros. But some of us from here shall go to the parched, the thirsting Africans, those in desert conditions. Part of us, some of us, to Scythia, and rapidum oaxen, to the rapid, the swift-flowing oaxes of Crete. This probably ought to be capitalized as Cretae, as it's referring to the island. Veniemus is a future tense from the fourth conjugation verb venio, venire, like so. It, as well as ibimus, are both future. Some of us shall go to the thirsting Africans. Part of us will arrive at Scythia, so that is in the far northeast, close to modern-day Russia, and we shall come to the swift-flowing oaxes of Crete. And we shall arrive at the Britons, Britannos, that are completely penetus, entirely, absolutely separated, duisos, from the whole world. Toto orbe is masculine, singular, and ablative. It is an ablative of separation, which does not require a preposition in poetry. Britannos, masculine, plural, and accusative. So Afros, Scythia, Oaxen of Crete, and the Britons, the four winds of the compass, the 4 points of the compass, roughly. So then, N, this is the equivalent of lo or behold in English. Ecce is a synonym in Latin, and idu in Greek. And look then, ever, longo post tempora, after a long time, patrios finis, the borders of my fatherland, and the peak, or the top, kulmen, the top of my little hut, tuguri. Tuguri is neuter, singular, and genitive. It's a second declension noun, tugurium, like so, a second declension neuter. And because the stem ends in an I itself, the genitive can then be a single I, as is common. So my fatherland's borders and the top of my poor hovel, my poor little hut, the top that is congestum, piled high with sod, caespite, or with thatch. So it's a humble little cottage where he dwells. Caespite is ablative, an ablative of means, with the participle congestum. After all these years, after several times, aliquot, these are mea regna, these are my kingdoms, and this is neuter, plural, and accusative. It's in apposition to the previous objects, restating the previous objects, namely finis and culmen. Shall I, after all these years, mea regna, my kingdoms, looking upon them, shall I marvel, mirabor? This is a future indicative from the first conjugation deponent verb miror, mirari. Shall I marvel at them, looking at aristas, the ears of grain, we then have these three objects, each of which ends the line finis, culmen, and aristos. I thought I would illustrate the mention of the Britons with this little sign here, for those of you who enjoy dated references.